Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all of you. This is Abdul Ghaffar Abbasi here to conduct chemistry class. Today we will discuss on the topic that is the past papers, and we will solve the past paper questions related to paper 2. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. These are the learning objectives of the today's topic. We will solve the past paper questions year 2019 that will be related to paper 2. And what are the topics? We will discuss the organic chemistry, calculation of empirical formula, how to calculate empirical formula, how to calculate molecular formula, and finally we will calculate the mole, number of moles, mass or molecular mass. These are the learning objectives of today's topic. So now let's look at the question of paper 2 year 2019. Petroleum or crude oil is an important source of many chemicals. Outline the separation of petroleum or crude oil into fractions such as petrol, diesel and bitumen. This is the part A question, and the marks are 3, means you people have to write 3 main points. Number 1 point which you will mention here, that how you can separate the petroleum or crude oil into different fractions, the technique which you people have to write. So the number 1 mark or the technique which you will write, that will be fractional distillation. Fractional distillation. Right, so 1 mark will be related to this point. Then you can write another point, that when you discuss this idea of the fractional distillation, then what will happen, it will be separated into different fractions on the basis of the different boiling point. Different boiling points, right? This fractional distillation is mainly depending on the different boiling points of the different fractions. Each fraction has its own boiling point, right? So the final point which you will write here, that every or each fraction can be collected at different boiling points. Last point which you will mention, that the fraction will be collected first having low boiling point, right? So these are the 3 main points. Number 1 point, you will write the technique, that will be fractional distillation, and the main, this is the one idea, that different fractions can be collected on their different boiling points. Second idea, you will get the 1 mark, and the last idea you will write, that the fraction which will be collected first having the low boiling point, and the fraction which will be collected at the end will have the highest boiling point. These are the 3 marks related to this question number E. Now we will move towards the another question, that is the state the use one large scale use of bitumen. What is the use of the bitumen? So the main use of the bitumen is that it is used in mending road surfaces, right? Or second, you can say that it is also used as waterproofing roofs. Now the C part is that long chain hydrocarbons can be cracked to produce hydrogen, right? A long chain hydrocarbon has molecular formula. This is the C12H26. Explain how the formula shows that this hydrocarbon is alkane, right? 1 mark is that related to this one. As you know that how you will, in this question you have to prove that this hydrocarbon is alkane. The general formula for alkane is CnH2n plus 2, right? This is the general formula for alkane. So now look at here that carbon is 12. For example, C is 12, so the number of hydrogen will be multiplied by 2, like 2n, and then you have to add 2. So 12 multiplied by 2 will be 24, right? 12 multiplied by 2 will be 24, and then plus 2 will be 26. So that is the reason you will write this one. So how you can prove that this carbon is this hydrocarbon is alkane? By you have to prove by the general formula, right? So this is the general formula. It is right now proved that it belongs to the alkane. Now the second is that construct the equation to show that the cracking of this carbon 12 and hydrogen 26 to make hydrogen and at least one alkene. So as you know that I have mentioned earlier that when there is a cracking process, so there are two types of cracking. Equations will be of two types. One in which hydrogen is produced. So hydrogen is produced when there are two alkenes, right? And second thing is that second equation for the cracking is that one product will be alkane and another will be alkene. So now we have to write the equation for the cracking, that Cn C12H26, right? So you will crack it into C12H24. This is one alkene and remaining will be H2 hydrogen. So this is the answer for this question, that construct the equation for cracking of this C12H22, and in this one will be alkene and another will be hydrogen. Now the D part is that yes, hydrogen and petrol both are both used as fuels, right? State and explain one advantage of using hydrogen rather than petrol as a fuel, right? So you have to mention the one use of the hydrogen. So you can write one use of the hydrogen in this way, that when you use hydrogen as a fuel, so hydrogen does not produce CO2, carbon dioxide gas, because when we burn the fuels they will produce CO2. So number one advantage which you will write, that hydrogen does not produce CO2, right? Second point you will write that so it does not lead to greenhouse effect, or you can say that climate change, right? So one point, there are 2 points related to this question. One point you will write this one, and second point for this one, that hydrogen does not produce CO2, and when it will not produce CO2, what will happen? It does not lead to the greenhouse effect or global warming or climate change. So this is the question related to the hydrocarbon, right? Organic chemistry. Now we are moving towards the another question. This is the question number 5. We have solved the question number 4. Now we are moving towards the question number 5. Now look at the question number 5 is related to the empirical formula. So W is a compound containing carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, right? So this is the compound containing carbon and hydrogen and oxygen. So you must write the elements like carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. This is the first column. In the second column you will write the percentage by the mass which is given, percentage by mass. Then you will, step number 2 is you have to calculate the number of moles. Then last will be simplest ratio. Right? So now what is the percentage by mass? The percentage by mass of the carbon is 57.1 and carbon and hydrogen is 4.8, and when you add these, remaining will be out of 100%, remaining will be of the percentage of the hydrogen, so that will be 38.8.1, right? When you add hydrogen and carbon, right, and then you will minus this number from 100 you will get the percentage of hydrogen, that oxygen, that will be 38. Now we have to calculate the number of moles. How you will calculate the number of moles of the carbon, hydrogen, then for example this is carbon, so you will write the percentage by mass, that is 57.1 divided by its atomic mass, that is 12, and hydrogen, that is 4.8 divided by 1, and then oxygen, that is 38.1 divided by 16. So just you will solve this, in as a rough work, then you will write the answer in this column. So when you solve these with the calculator, the answer for the carbon will be, moles of the carbon will be 4.76, and moles for the hydrogen will be same, 4.8, and the moles of the oxygen will be 2.38. Now the simplest ratio is that how you calculate, this is the number of moles, how you can calculate the number of moles here. Second part is that how you will calculate the simplest ratio. You can calculate the simplest ratio by dividing all the numbers by the small value. The small number is 2.8, right? So you will divide the 4.76 by 2 point, like you can write here, carbon, you will write 4.7676 divided by 2.38, and for the hydrogen similarly you will write 4.8 divided by 2.38, and for oxygen you will write 2.38 divided by 2.38. So the answer will be, for the carbon it will be 2, for the hydrogen it will be also 2, and for the oxygen that will be 1. So now you can write the empirical formula, that C will be 2, hydrogen will be 2, and oxygen will be 1. This is the empirical formula of the W, right? Now we will move towards the another B part. Now look at here, 0.194 gram sample of W reacts completely with the 18.5 cm cube means volume of the 0.250 mole per dm cube concentration of KOH. 1 mole of W reacts with 3 moles of KOH. So the mole ratio will be W and KOH will be 3 of this one and W will be 1. So now calculate the relative formula mass of W. We will use the equation, first equation, that number of moles will be equal to given mass divided by relative molecular mass or relative atomic mass. This is the equation number 1, right? So what is, we have to calculate, that is the MR or AR, right? So this we have to calculate relative mass, or we can say that relative atomic mass or relative molecular mass. So how you can calculate? You can rearrange this equation as MR or AR will be equal to mass divided by number of moles. So this equation we have to use in this problem, right? First of all, you should know that which equation we have to use in this problem, right? So now you can solve it as moles of KOH. This will be the calculation part. KOH, how you will calculate that? This is volume is given, this is concentration, C is given, so you will write C into V divided by 1000. So C is concentration is 0.250 into V is the 18.5 divided by 1000. So now the answer will be, by calculating it you will get the answer, that will be 0.004625. These are the number of moles of KOH, right? You have calculated the number of moles of KOH. Now you will go to second step. This is the first step. In second step you will go to mole ratio. As you know that mole ratio I have already mentioned here, that KOH is 3 and W will be 1. So we have calculated the moles of KOH, so we have to calculate the number of moles of W. So we will divide this answer by 3. So the answer will be 0.004625 divided by 3. The answer will be 0.00154. These are the number of moles of W, right? So now we have calculated the number of moles of W and the mass which is given in the question, this one 0.19. Now you will put this value in this equation. Mr will be equal to, mass is 0.194 and divided by the number of moles, that is 0.00154. so the answer will be 125.97. so you can write in this way 126. This is the correct answer. So this is the relative molecular mass of this one. Now the last question is that deduce the molecular formula of W. So how you can calculate the molecular formula? Molecular formula, as you know that molecular formula is calculated by 2 steps, right? Number 1 step is that you have to calculate the N, means number. How you can calculate the N? By the molecular mass divided by empirical formula mass, right? This is the first step. In the second step you have to write the empirical formula and multiply by that N which you have calculated in the step number 1. So the molecular mass which we have calculated here, that is 126 divided by empirical formula mass. Empirical formula was this C2. This is the empirical formula, C2H2O, 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 carbon 12, hydrogen 2, oxygen 16. So it will be 14 plus 16, it will be 14, 18 plus 12, 18 plus 2, 20 plus 10, 30. 30 you will write here. Then when you will divide, you will get the number. That number will be 3. Now N will be 3. Now you have to solve here. you will write the empirical formula here, C2H2O multiplied by the N, which is 3. So answer will be C3H C6H6326 and O3. This is the molecular formula of W. So this was about the in this section we have discussed the organic chemistry and calculation of empirical formula, molecular formula, and number of moles also, AR, MR also. I hope you understood this topic. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.